Hey, welcome in this new episode. Today we're gonna see how to make a raw, gluten-free and vegan cheesecake. The base is gonna be made out of pecans, ground almond, cinnamon, a bit of maple syrup, coconut oil and some salt to taste. For the rest of the ingredients for the cheesecake itself, we're gonna have soak cashew overnight, soak if possible, some blueberries, a mix of frozen berries actually, coconut milk, coconut oil, some maple syrup and some lime to taste. First we're gonna start with the base. We're gonna go with a fruit processor. Here you have a small version. We're gonna add a cup of ground almond, a cup of pecan, maple syrup, coconut oil, cinnamon, and a bit of salt. Let's mix everything until we have kind of a dough. It's already perfect, it goes really fast. What we want to make sure is that we have still really a lot of chunks, a lot of nut chunks, because it's going to be really give a lot of flavor and texture when we're going to eat the raw cheesecake. What you're going to do in the plates, you don't need a lot of stuff to do this raw cheesecake at home. All you're going to do is put some baking paper on a plate and find a mold like this. If you don't have any mold like this, you can use the silicone one. It will be quite more complicated to take them out of the freezer because we're gonna froze that cake. But if you have, just like me, a circle like this, that'll be perfect. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this base that we have and put it down and press it with the spoon or directly with your hands. Actually, the first step is already done. All we have to do now is put that plate in the freezer for half an hour. Is usually enough. Okay. Let's move to the cheesecake itself. So what we're gonna use, we're just gonna use the blender over here and put everything inside except the frozen berries, because we're gonna do that in the second part. First, we're gonna start with 2 cups of soaked cashews. Overnight soak cashews if you can. If you cannot, just soak them in hot water for an hour or 2. 4 hours would be the best, and overnight again is my best recommendation. Then add the coconut milk, the coconut oil. It's a rich cake, let's be honest, but it's a cheesecake, so let's add some vanilla extract. This one is really powerful and delicious, let me tell you. Some maple syrup and lime juice. That's a fail, but that's okay, that's recording in the kitchen, we cannot always be good. But actually, let's keep going with the lime. I'm just gonna cut the lime in half. My lime are really dry, so what I do, I just roll them and press them before, so now they can be really juicy. When you add all the ingredients, let's now mix everything. And it's gonna be so creamy. Let's go. everything is smooth and well blended, we're gonna separate because we're gonna try to do a 2-layer cheesecake. Well, I say try because I already make 2 cheesecake earlier that I froze to make sure I can present them in the video, and being impatient lead me to just put everything and kind of mix them together. So it's not really a 2-layer cheesecake, but still, if you have time, if you want to take the time at home, just separate, put the half in a cup like this, and with the other half we're gonna add the frozen berries. When the berries are mixed, we're gonna take the base we made earlier, so it's already hard enough to put some of the white if you want first, or you can add the berry one, the berry layer first, and then we're just gonna put it in the fridge for 20 more minutes before adding the berry layer. Hey, so finally we have these 2 cakes that I've totally froze, and as I told you, I try to have 2 layers. Here we have a real 2-layer cake, and here it's kind of complicated. That's okay. We're just gonna now make the plating. I just have a bit of mint over here just to add some color, and I've made a sauce, so all you have to do is blueberries with sugar in a pan for a few minutes, put it in the blender, and you have the perfect sauce. We're just gonna drizzle a bit of the sauce around the plate like this. Be creative, don't be scared. Okay, some chunks of fruit, that's okay, it's kind of part of the beauty of the plate. Let's take a first cake over there, place it in the plate.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Now let's just put the cake in the plate right here. So creamy, it's amazing. I'm just gonna put some fresh fruits around, some berries. I love berries. It's a berry cake, really tasty actually. Some mint with this one too, even if we just have 1 layer. And let's add a bit of mint. And here you are. For this Christmas season, you have the perfect dessert. I really think it's the perfect dessert. And you have a dish. You have actually on this YouTube channel the whole dinner for Christmas. So we're gonna cut this one and see how it goes. And I want to say Merry Christmas to you.